Hi, welcome back to the YouTube cocktail series. I'm Ryan. This is my cocktail cohort, Eduardo Garcia.
What's a hort?
I'm not sure what that is, but we're in it together, which makes us cohorts. Today we're going to be talking about the April kit, which is the Strawberry Margs Forever BoxOnTheRocks kit. It features the Very Berry Margarita, the Jalisco Buck, and the Strawberry Hibiscus Spritzer.
Those are some great spring cocktails.
Spring has sprung in Phoenix anyway.
Spring training.
We've got spring training. We've got the World Baseball Classic and margaritas.
Absolutely.
Let's do it. So we're gonna see what's in the box and go through it, and then we'll teach you how to make some cocktails. All right, so first thing we've got is the shaker right here. And then we've got a seed grow kit. We've got four little packs of the blue tea butterfly Pea Tea tea bags. And this stuff is really cool. Sorry, Eddie, go ahead.
Pea tea flower is actually something really fun to have behind your bar. It offers a beautiful color, and you only need a couple of bags to infuse that beautiful color into your liquor. And it really doesn't offer any changes to the flavor profile either. So.
And it changes color with a little bit of citric acid, which is kind of a fun party trick. All right, the next thing we've got is our silicone funnel, which we're going to be using to infuse the Pea Tea. We've got some lime wheel garnishes. We've got 2 cans of the Q Drinks Hibiscus Ginger Beer. We have got a bottle of triple sec. We've got a bottle of ReaLemon Lemon Juice. And last but not least, we've got a bottle of the Strawberry Reàl syrup. And this stuff, like we've mentioned before, is awesome.
It's pretty tasty.
Yeah, it works really well in cocktails, and it's a good product to use. Okay, so the margarita has been a staple of cocktails in the United States for decades now. Let's talk about the history and maybe where some of the names come from and why we have the margarita that we know today.
Well, like a lot of drinks, the margarita has several different stories as to where it come from. We always like to remind people that the problem with drinking history is
People forget.
Everybody's drinking and you forget and you're hungover. But the margarita seems to have its roots in New Orleans with something called a daisy cocktail. And what we identify as a daisy cocktail is a cocktail that's sweetened with a liqueur and some sort of simple sugar. Other drinks in the daisy cocktail family are cocktails like a cosmopolitan and a lemon drop. Some people also refer to them as New Orleans sours. But if you go down to Mexico during Prohibition and start asking for tequila daisies, they're going to use their local spirit, tequila, their local citrus, lime.
Time out.
Okay, so I thought you said lime juice is in a margarita. Why do we have some lemon juice here?
Okay, so lemon and lime juice. You're correct. The original margarita from Mexico was the lime juice because they grew limes in Mexico. But when we develop a box here at Box on the Rocks, we consider all 3 cocktails. And what we determine is that lemon juice is going to work best when you consider all 3 cocktails, not only with the ginger, but with the hibiscus as well.
So a similar flavor profile, just a little bit of a different twist.
Well, the thing is that they both have the same sour value when it comes to making cocktails. Lime and lemon are basically equals.
Got it.
Time in.
An orange liqueur, and maybe just a little bit of agave nectar. And you're ordering it from your bartender, not as a daisy, but as the Spanish word for daisy, which is?
Margarita.
There you go. So, although there are a lot of different stories, some people believe that the roots of the margarita are not necessarily in Mexico or California, but in fact, they're in New Orleans.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Okay, so since we're talking about margaritas, we are absolutely going to talk about tequila.
We don't have no beer, just tequila.
What's tequila?
Yeah, it's like beer.
Eddie, what is our featured brand?
Our featured brand is Via One Silver. When we talk about a silver tequila, we're talking about a tequila that has been unaged. far as history of tequila is concerned, it's important to remember that at one time everything was mezcal, but around the Jalisco region of Mexico, instead of cooking the agave in pits where the smoke would give it a very, very smoky taste, they started cooking the agave in autoclaves or in clay ovens. The steam would cook the agave, not necessarily the fire. So it took away that smokiness. After a while, they started designating this particular mezcal as Mezcal de Tequila, which is basically the main town in Jalisco where tequila is from. After a while, though, the tequila producers started petitioning the Mexican government to have their own designated spirit that basically separated it from mezcal. This tequila has to be 100% Blue Weber agave, and tequila can be made only in 5 states in Mexico, and those are Jalisco, Nayarit, Michoacan, Tamaulipas, and Guanajuato.
So mezcal is much smokier than tequila, and I also heard you mention that this is a blanco or a silver tequila. So then we've got reposado, which is rested.
So it's rested, so it means it's rested between 2 months and 12 months in some sort of barrel, oak barrel.
And then we've got añejo.
Añejo, which is anything that's aged from 1 to 3 years. And then we have muy añejo, which is a relatively new designation in tequila. And of course, that's aged anything over 3 years.
All right, thank you. Okay, so shots.
Why don't you make a margarita first?
How to make the Pea Tea infused tequila. Step 1. Add tequila and blue tea bag in a pitcher or other large vessel. Step 2. Let it steep for 45 minutes. Step 3. Remove the tea bag and using your funnel, pour infused tequila into a bottle for storing. Strawberry Margs Forever delivers a variety of recipes based on the classic margarita with a couple of new twists. Inspired by the Beatles' psychedelic song Strawberry Fields Forever, we included a trippy multicolored Pea Tea tequila infusion. Enjoy as you celebrate a classic cocktail while tapping your feet to the classic Beatles song. We want you to have fun experimenting and imbibing with the #1 flavor in the world, strawberry. Drink outside the box. Dig this, fun cocktail factoids. Strawberry is the #1 flavor profile in the world, and the margarita is the #1 cocktail in the world. To be classified as tequila, the spirit must be at least 51% derived from the blue agave plant. It can take between 8 and 12 years to harvest a blue agave. The Beatles song Strawberry Fields Forever was written by John Lennon and released in 1967. Lennon based the song on his childhood memories of playing in the garden of Strawberry Field in Liverpool, England. VO1 Silver Tequila. Unlike other tequilas, VO1 sources 100% Blue Weber agave from both the highland and lowland regions of Jalisco, Mexico. This unique combination of agave flavors combines herbaceous, earthy, lowland notes with the sweeter, fruity notes of highland agave, resulting in a distinct, rounded profile. The nose has a cooked agave with fruit aromas, and the taste is dried fruit and nuts that meanders into a caramelized agave. Okay, so the next cocktail is a Jalisco Buck. We've got some Q Hibiscus ginger beer in there. We've got the Pea Tea infused tequila and lemon juice. But why Jalisco and why Buck?
So Jalisco obviously houses the main town of tequila, and Buck means ginger, and that could be any kind of ginger, but in this case we're going to talk about a ginger beer. So it could be a rum buck, as in a Gosling's Dark and Stormy with Gosling's ginger beer, or it could be in a Moscow Mule. Traditionally, that is a ginger beer from the Cock and Bull Tavern, but in this case, it's Q Hibiscus ginger beer. Just a little bit of a twist that I think complements the Pea Tea tequila and really, really well.
And for those of you following along with our YouTube series, the last month's cocktail was a mule, And we did go over a little bit about the buck and the differences between a mule, or the similarities as they are.
The main thing is buck means ginger.
All right, so a tequila mule. There we go.
Absolutely. Ryan, our third drink, as always, is a mocktail, because we know that some people don't drink. Maybe you have a designated driver at home, got the kids around and wanting to know and wanting to have a little bit of fun. So we put together 2 flavor profiles that match great together: hibiscus and strawberry.
Okay, so what is the actual definition of a spritzer cocktail?
A spritzer usually means some sort of liqueur along with something that says bubbles. For instance, an Aperol spritz would be the soda water, the Prosecco, and just the Aperol. So it's kind of one of those vague things that you kind of make it up as you go along. But in this case, a spritzer doesn't have any alcohol in it because of our third drink always wanting to be a mocktail.
Can't wait to try it.
So Ryan, tell me, what is good at parties and bad in baseball?
I don't know.
A pitcher full of margaritas.
That sounds like maybe a Babe Ruth joke in there.
Well, you know all the guys in spring training right now are doing that.
Ed, you want to come try my daisy?
No, but I'll try your drink.
You're a daisy if you do.
Looks nice.
Jalisco Buck. And the Very Berry Margarita.
Cheers.
Cheers. That's good.
Yeah, I like that.
Again, thanks for watching our YouTube series for Box on the Rocks. Again, this is the Strawberry Margs Forever kit for April. And
Come see us in May.
let us know what you think of the cocktails, and if you want to see anything specific going forward. Until then, just remember to drink outside the box.
Cheers.
Cheers.